All right, guys, what's up? I'm Turbo John, and I'm in the garage working on the race car. And Ryan and Shelby are in their garage. So if you guys are not familiar, RNS Racing, Ryan and Shelby. Ryan and Shelby have been drag racing a long time. I saw Shelby first on JJ the Boss's stuff. So now they got a YouTube channel. So make sure y'all go subscribe to their channel now. It's going to be in the description. And what's been going on with the new ride? Tell me about it. Congrats on the win.
The car, I'll be honest, the car, it's JJ's old car. We're building a new car,
Okay.
right? So it's taking a while, and that's okay because it's a deal thing anyway. So you get what you get on that, right? It takes time, and that's okay.
Right.
It's a deal come about where we had an opportunity to get this car, and we changed almost everything on it, but maybe the front struts.
Okay.
And engine, drivetrain, everything's different, and it honestly has done pretty well so far. Um, so it's kind of neat to see how it's done in so little passes, right?
All right. The only thing I can really say about the car, like compared to the Challenger, this car is so much smoother. Like they told me it shook so hard one of my passes I made, and when they told me it shook that hard, I didn't believe it. Like I didn't even feel it. The car is so smooth compared to the Challenger. And I guess it's just because it's a newer build and everything else. The Challenger is a lot like much more older chassis than this car is. So I never really believed people like when they said newer cars work better. I believe it
Right.
now. I
Well,
definitely believe that now.
and the Challenger, if y'all have not been following them long, last year, where were you guys at when y'all had the accident?
We're at Elk Creek Dragway.
Yep.
Elk Creek. You two were racing each other. So Shelby was in the Challenger, and Ryan was in his Nova. So you guys have been together for a while now. And so, what is it like when y'all line up side by side? So y'all are a couple. And so there's a couple other racers that are kind of in the same boat, right? The husband and wife, or girlfriend and boyfriend. And what is it like for you guys?
For me, it's I always like I know both cars are capable of winning every event we go to. So
Right.
like for me, I just want the faster car of the event like is gonna move on. Like right. So you just want each other to become safe at the end of each pass, honestly.
Right.
And you want the faster car to move on. You don't want like neither one of us have bowed down to each other in any race that we've ever raced against each other.
Oh no, we don't
Like
do that.
we act like we don't even know each other racing. And
Yeah.
Well,
it's you should gonna win at like every other pass.
and that makes sense, right? Because you've got two cars, you got two sets of data, and you want the one that is the fastest to go to the next round. So that's the goal. Now, who do y'all both tune both of them, or does Ryan do most of the tuning, or Shelby do most of the tuning?
He tunes both cars.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
the thing is, well, like she's good enough of a driver. Like she tells you what's going on. Like you've been around people that like can drive. You've been around people that hold the steering wheel.
Right. That's right.
So you know how that goes. Like that, that's just the way it works. Some people are just that's just the way they are. So like I look at the data and we make changes and she kind of tells me, hey, the car, it felt funny out there or whatever, moving around. Like we'll look at data and kind of go from there. The problem is like I have an LS deal in my car, single turbo deal. She's got a ProCharge Hemi. So like the power levels are drastically different.
Oh wow, yeah.
And the tuning's way different, right? So like my car, I use a boost curve and a small time and retard leaving. Her car is just time and retard. So like the way timing affects it, fuel, like it's way different, but we managed to make it work.
The front side stuff is getting super fast. And so it's very important for to have a driver, like you said, that gives you input. Because managing two cars, I mean, the mechanics of it and the tune up, that's challenging. It's got to be super
That's a
challenging.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot into it. I mean, you've got to, you kind of got to look over everything. And then, I mean, really, like this past weekend at Rockingham, we only brought one car just because we're limited on help. My dad's had some stuff going on. He hasn't been able to come. And that's part of life. I get it. And honestly,
Right.
my car didn't need to go, right? There's certain events my car doesn't need to go to. And that's totally fine because there's no offense. We don't need to race both cars all at the same time, all the
All
time.
right.
It's a lot of work. And like you said, when you run both cars, I mean, it's it's rough. You know, at the end of
a
the
lot.
day when it's done, you're like wore out.
And I mean, the maintenance
So,
aspect of it, the pushing and pulling them to the lanes. You've got y'all two and one or two other people is hard to manage. And, then you also start thinking, I know for me, and, the more cars you get, the more duties you have, the more likely it is a small item might get missed. Do y'all feel kind
for
of that
sure,
same
for
way?
sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't like having a ton of help either, because like
Right. Right.
if you get too much help,
You don't know who did what and what caused what to go wrong.
it just makes it a
Right.
pain.
Yeah. No, that's
Not
true.
that I don't like people or anything, but it just makes it where you can't manage what's going on.
It does. I mean, no, that's right. 'Cause, who checked the tire pressure last, or who adjusted the shock, or who did
Fuel
who did
tank, they
whatever.
put fuel
You
in it.
know,
Yeah,
who didn't put the fuel cap back on when they put fuel in it. You know, simple
that's
stuff and
always
simple
rough. Yeah,
and simple things will, they can be big problems. So I get it. I get it wanting to put your hands on everything, but it is definitely challenging.
it's
Now, getting
very
back to
hard.
where y'all were racing, and that's a very good point. That like Shelby's car now with the Hemi, the big horsepower, I assume like the IHRA stuff and the places where you've got to have big power. Probably Ryan, your car is probably going to step back, and then y'all just be focusing on
For sure.
hers. Is that kind of the game plan?
The
Right.
iTray stuff, like we like it, but we
I can't run with those guys.
currently just can't afford to lean on it that hard.
All right.
It's just not that we gotta make some changes. We're still only running the F3 136 right now,
Okay.
and it's pretty much topped out this week. We more than topped it out this
topped it.
weekend. Yeah, it wouldn't. It's all it's got, and that's
Oh,
okay
geez.
because really, to like where we're at, we're at a blower.
It was like the last 4 passes I made. It was literally a bracket car. It ran the same number every time, and that was the fastest it went. That was it.
Oh, wow. So I mean, y'all ringed it out, which I mean, a F3 136 makes a gazillion horsepower, so that means y'all were getting it down track. So that is good though.
Yeah.
What is the next step up? What is the next one bigger than the 136? I thought that was it.
So the one we've actually been talking about, and we might get it. We're not for sure yet. I don't know what we're gonna do. Is the F4X 140-1.
Which is
Okay.
a true 140. So like the F3s that we have, they make a F3 140, and a lot of people had problems with them. And what it is, the F4 stuff, the transmission ratio is different in the step up on the actual blower itself.
Right.
So they made it different, and then the way it's designed is different also. So like we have actually a buddy let us borrow an F3 140, and it makes about 8 to 10 pounds more than the 136. We've run it once last year and had a bunch of problems with the car and took it off.
All right.
But honestly, I don't think that's going to be enough. So we're talking about trying to get that new F4 140-1, and what that'll do, that's actually a true 140 millimeters, because like the other 140 is not.
Oh, wow.
It's 100. Yeah, the other 140. It's just a F4 140. It's not the -1. It's only 138 millimeters.
And this one's 140,
Oh.
and it says probably 200 or 300 horsepower
More.
Wow.
over than which is quite a bit more than we already have. So I mean, it'll probably
Right.
make another 15 pounds of boost roughly.
Jeez, what is that one making now? What does that 136 make on you guys?
43 pounds of boost.
About 43.
43.
43. All right. Which I mean,
That's
I
all it's got.
thought it was way more than that, which I know it's a big Hemi, so it's got a great big cylinder head. And,
Yeah, it eats
flows
up
a
a
lot.
lot of it because the heads flow so much. Yeah.
Right. That's crazy though. I mean, I didn't even realize there was an F4 140 out there. Is that what people are running kind of to compare to the Hearts? Is that the comparable
Well,
blower?
actually, they have a 144 and they have a new one
Oh.
out that's like bigger than that. So like the 144
Oh,
stuff's like
geez.
what they're running like in like all out 20, it's like 275 radial stuff, like Manny Virginia and
Okay.
all them. They
Oh,
run
yeah,
those
gotcha.
and spray nitrogen to run with the screw cars. So
Wow.
we're still going to be underpowered compared to some people, but we'll have a whole lot more than we've ever had. You know what I mean?
Because we're only doing one power adder too. We're not doing multiple.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just we don't have the time and money to test that as much as we need to make it right.
You guys are, more budget friendly racers as well. I mean, y'all don't have an unlimited budget to where you can just spend and test every day.
No, we have to make calculated decisions on that, right?
Like this weekend at Rockingham, they had an early test session from 11 to 4, and it was $250. Or you could just test at night for 50. And I was really only wanting to test for 50, but
We did all of
with
it.
having a new car and we only had 3 passes going into the race,
Right.
we had to do the early session just to figure the car out. But if I didn't have to, I was not going to spend that $250.
It is hard, and then when you're running against bigger budget teams that they can test and test and test, and if they blow something up, they can easily get it back going. I know for a lot of us racers, I mean, it's more we got the heart in it, but the pocket, you just kind of have to drag it along unwillingly.
Yeah.
So getting back to the Elk Creek race, and I'm kind of all over the place. That's my ADD, I guess, talking in circles. But
I'm the same way.
so you guys lined up beside each other, and I know I saw the video. Corey and them had good footage on Spooled Media's website, and I think y'all did a video as well. But y'all took off and cruised down through there, and y'all got tangled up on the big end. And Shelby, that was scary. That was a hard hit. Destroyed the car. Luckily, she come out. What's going through both of y'all's heads? When that's occurring.
Well, like we went through, like as we were going through, she had me about a car, and I was like, well, okay, I lost, because I haven't ever, like up to that point, I've never lost a round up there. In the
Right.
past 2 or 3 years I've raced up there, I've won every round I've been in, and so like
Wow.
I was like, all right, I lost, whatever, and I pulled the chute. Well, about that time, I pulled my chute. Not that I don't realize it, but I guess it clicked. Like, oh no, like she was coming over, and luckily we didn't hit. I saw her hit the guardrail like really hard. I jerked the wheel and slammed the brakes, and like I get out from behind her because I was like, I got to get away from her, and then actually I locked the brakes up and I touched the wall a little bit, and then I'm like watching her bang against the guardrail and finally stop, and I'm like, well, I got to get to her. So like my car's still running. I just give it gas, get there, get out, cut it off, get all my stuff out, and go to the car.
Right.
It was definitely not cool at all. Very not fun.
And I got to imagine emotionally, it's probably got to be a roller coaster too. Somebody that you love just crashed right beside you, and I mean, when you're in the car in the other lane, I mean, you got a front row seat of how violent of a crash that was.
Yeah, it was right tight for sure. And like honestly, really, I didn't have time to react to it until after.
Right.
Or even think about it, because all I wanted to do was just get to her car. Luckily, it wasn't a fire or anything. It was right against the guardrail. And when she come out in the driver's door and like went over the guardrail. And she face planted because like a guardrail was there. She was trying to get out and like get her stuff off, and I guess probably still a little bit of shock. And she like ate it, and I was like, oh well, this is not good. At least she's all right. The car, it was rough. I mean, the reaction, like for the emotions and all that didn't happen until after the fact. You know what I mean?
Right.
Biggest thing was just get to her. I didn't care about my stuff at all.
No, that's right. You're just reacting to go help her any way you can, the best you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Shelby, what happened with you in the crash? I mean, it looked like it was going pretty smooth, and then all of a sudden it wasn't.
So at that place on top end, there's a bump.
Okay.
Honestly, the car was going way too fast for that racetrack. That track's not meant for the speeds that we were running there at all. So it kind of hit the dip a little bit and upset the car. The back tire hit the grass, and as soon as it hit the grass, it just the wheel speed picked up tremendously, and it just hard left.
Well, like it's really bad. Like got a crown in it off the it's the racetrack's relatively flat. It's got a bump, but it's got like when you go in the grass, it's significantly downward. Did we lose him?
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Okay, so so you said you were going a little too fast for those conditions.
Both lanes really have it, but when it did, the back tire when it hit the grass, the wheel speed, like you can even see it, the wheel speed just tremendously shot up, and the car just takes a hard left. And I went to the chute, but actually when I went for the chute, the car actually hit the wall in my lane first, like the rear end of it did, the wing caught. And
Right.
actually when it hit, it like threw me a little bit, and I missed the parachute. then as it's going hard left, I'm trying to correct it, but nothing I do. Like the car's just
It's going.
it's
Yeah.
gone. There's nothing I can do at that point. Honestly, I hate to say that, but
Right.
I was
You're along
along
for
for
the
the
ride.
ride as soon as I missed the chute.
Did you have any major injuries, or did you come out? Safety equipment did its job pretty good.
Safety equipment did everything. I had no injuries. I mean, I had
Heck
maybe
yeah.
had a bruise,
Right.
but it's sore. But other than that, I had nothing.
Yeah. I mean, the car did its job.
That's amazing. That's what you build them for, right? They sacrifice themselves to keep you safe. That's why you build them the way you do. That's why you have on your fire stuff. That's why you have on your head and neck restraint, so that if something does go wrong, it protects you. And I know what you were saying about getting out of the car when I crashed in Texas. I mean, I looked over and about knocked me out when it's kind of the same thing. A side swipe to the driver's side, and the door was gone, and I was like, oh shit, I got to get out of here as fast as possible. And I just fell out of the car and just fell on my face.
Exactly what she did. Yeah.
Because I mean, the initial hit when it hit on his side, I guess it shut off the headers and the motor backfired, and all I saw was like a spark of fire. My
Right.
biggest fear is fire. I hate fire.
Right.
So like as soon as I saw that, and that was the first thing that ever happened. So the car is steadily just still moving, and I can't get it to stop because it's just bouncing. And I mean, I wanted to get out the car then immediately. I was just because I didn't know if anything else was on fire or what was going on.
Right.
So like as soon as it stopped, I literally face planted over the guardrail trying to get out of the car.
Right. I get it. You got to get out. I mean, that's all that's in your head is I got to get out. So that happened. And then y'all instantly went ahead and started assessing the car. Obviously, y'all ain't stopping drag racing, clearly. I mean,
Yeah.
so you just get back on the horse, you step back up, and then you just keep it moving. And that's what y'all have done. And so this year, I mean, y'all have really, I know last year with the Hemi and the car, I think it was a little heavier than this car. It looks like anyway.
It's 100 pounds heavier.
100 pounds heavier. I mean, that's not a ton, but y'all are stepping it up and making huge progress this year already. And I mentioned it earlier. I mean, Bill Lutz is, I mean, obviously he's gangster fast. And I think I saw somewhere what ended up happening. Did he have a problem and y'all waited for him?
We only had 4 cars. First round, he popped the blower. So we told him, fix it, do whatever. If you can fix it, whatever you got to do.
They ended up putting
Right.
2 heads on it. It
Yeah.
broke an intake valve and almost dropped it, but didn't quite drop it.
It cracked it.
geez.
So
He got really, really lucky. So
Yes.
yeah, they gave him time. The track gave him time. We gave him time. They fixed it, got it running. We went up the staging lanes. We're all sitting there. We flipped for lanes. We're good. So
I do a burnout.
it gets good. Yeah.
Do a burnout. Everything's great. Everything's normal. He does his burnout. Everything's great. I put my car in reverse, to back up after my burnout.
Right.
Car doesn't move.
Oh boy.
So you've got to be kidding me. So I put it back in low, and I was like, all right, I'm going forward. So I thought maybe just reverse is going. The transmission is just, I don't have reverse. I got to get backwards. Well, then I put it in park, hit the gas, and the car's still going forward.
Oh no.
I said, great. So I shut the car off, and my mom's sitting there like, what's going on? And she's like, Ryan, come on.
And luckily, so I run up there and she's got it. I just cut off. She's like, it won't do nothing. She's moving the shifter. I look down the linkage. The cotter pin fell out. I'm like, are you for how? How?
Part. 50
nothing's
cent part.
even near it. Yeah,
Right.
like come on. So what I do, like she's got the shifter in park. I said, put it in park. I was reaching in my hand, put the transmission to park on the lever, put the shift cable in. I said, fire it up. And she did. She put it back to reverse. It went, and she backed up, and we cut it off. And they cut off. And I hollered at his guy, said, anybody got a cotter pin or anything, piece of wire, like whatever. And
Right.
actually his tuner ran back to their trailer and brought me a cotter pin to put in it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's like everybody's like, you guys waited forever, but realistically, I've been on both sides.
Right, that's right.
It all comes back around some way or another, right? So
That's right.
his tuner ran and got us a cotter pin. We put a cotter pin in it. Luckily, I freaking got it in somehow. But you can't. It's on the back side of the lever,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know how
can't
I
hardly
did
see
it.
it.
Luckily I got in there, right? fire up. We both do short burnouts and then make the rip. It was definitely wild. That was crazy.
But that's sportsmanship on both sides, right? I mean, obviously, we want to race. We all drag racers. We want to race.
We don't
Nobody
want
wants
anything
to.
for free. That's not what we're here.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody wants a broke buy, or I mean, we'll take them if there's no other option. But we would rather, pound our opponent into the dirt and then give them a hug at the end of the track and say, "Good race. We'll do it again next time."
For like a final.
Right, exactly. The finals are, I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, right? The finals, the two fastest cars. Now, did y'all get time slips at this race, or was it no tickets, no time slips?
We got tickets.
We got tickets.
We got tickets.
We talked.
You gonna tell us how fast it went?
Meeting.
Just kidding.
Nah.
You better hold on to that one.
It was.
Hang tight.
It was a personal. It's faster than the Challenger.
Nice. Heck yeah.
We'll say that.
That's what
It
looked.
ran better.
If y'all want to see possibly them showing, y'all better go sub to their channel, right? RNS Racing.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they might show it at some point. You might get a little tidbit here and there. But what was your reaction time in the final there? Looked like you were up on the wheel pretty good.
It was 03.
030 light's pretty good light.
That was
And it looked like
during testing, she was like 00.
During testing, I was 004.
I was like,
Really?
We're good. First round. Oh, it gets good. First round.
You have to do me like that.
I'm doing it because I would be the same way if it was reverse. First round, homegirl over here, she was 175. I said, you gotta tighten up a little bit.
right.
We've got, we can't do much with that, right? And, oh my goodness.
It was bad.
That was
So
rough.
I went from 004 to 175.
Back to
And she was
030.
03.
Back to
Yeah.
030, yeah.
And I think he was like 220 or 250 is
He
what they
was
said.
late on the tree. They say it was like 250 or something.
I don't know if you couldn't see it because
it-
the blower or what.
Yeah.
I guess that is one of the problems, right? The blower is so big, you got to look around it somehow. And the other thing is, it looked like the tree dropped like super fast. It looked like
It was
I don't
random all weekend. It was
it?
It was hit or miss. Yeah,
It was
kind of.
never the same during any pass we made.
Which
Wow, which that's good. I like
mean,
that.
that's
Honestly,
good, but
yeah.
it's good until you're on the low side of it, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's right. I mean, but then you get the crap talked to you. My guys, they don't give me any slack either when I'm terrible on the tree. I mean, I know you had a pretty good jump on them from the start, but it did not look like he was reeling you in very fast at all. If he was reeling you in at all.
He was coming pretty decent, and then he just lifted early towards the
Right.
end. But I mean,
He said that he had oil come out, I guess, somewhere from where he had to rebuild the motor. Something wasn't sealed off all the way.
All right.
he said he had a little bit of fluid on the windshield. He lifted.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's a smart racer, right?
It's not worth destroying everything for that,
Do you guys have the new beadliner wheels, or y'all just tubes into tires still?
No
And
tubes.
No tubes.
No tubes.
No tubes, no liner, no anything.
No, it's just
Now
a
that is-
15 by 15, no tubes.
Now that is interesting. I saw somebody else mention Scott Taylor was running no tubes. So is that something that is that like a little secret that everybody's starting to kind of go to now?
Well, we've always done that. Like on my car, I run a 12-inch wheel, wide
Right.
wheel, and I run a tube. And in her other car, we would 60 foot the same, right? And we would both could do decent. This car, it's got less travel, which doesn't matter with the tubes part. But I've never run a tube in it because I feel like the 15 by 15 has it so stretched out.
Right.
And the car's not really moving around early, I mean, I'm not saying that it might not help 60 foot fast, but I'll be honest, the service we had this weekend, you really couldn't do so much with it. And it
Right.
wasn't because it was terrible. It's still relatively new, and like it was peeling up on the hit, right?
Right.
And they worked it in. They would work it like it would get ball. They would work it back in. It would hold for a while, but it wasn't. It's like it wasn't super gluey and tacky. Like it had a good rubber base, but it wasn't like most of the times we go somewhere and you got a nice good stick like tack also where it's kind
Right.
of got some glue on it. This was more rubber than anything.
Right.
I mean, I'll
That's
be honest.
it.
This weekend it went 114.
That's pretty stellar though. That's not bad.
Yeah, the last 5 runs it went 114 early.
That's good. That's moving to the 60 foot.
Yeah, and it would do it day or night. The problem is during the daytime, it
Doesn't
would
matter.
literally shake till 80 foot out. I mean, it was all it wanted.
But you said you couldn't
But
feel it in the car, so it was driving through it. So the air pressure must have been low enough to where it was absorbing it and not basketballing it in the
pretty
chassis.
much, it looked quite violent a couple of runs, and it was all it
Right.
wanted. But the G meter really wasn't falling off, and the wheel speed wasn't getting exotic.
Like,
Uh,
like in my Challenger, when it shook like that, I couldn't see out of my helmet. It shook so bad. With this
Yes.
car, it drove right through it. Never had a problem.
yeah,
That Jason and with Tin Soldier and those guys, and I've talked about pressure a bunch. They suggested at some point that on a really sticky track I should maybe try less air pressure, and that's what I did. And then the tire shake it was still shaking, but I could drive through it versus
it,
with
it
more
makes his
tire pressure.
tire like more forgiving.
Yes, it lets the
I
tire
figured
like
that out.
absorb some of it. Some.
Yeah, and I rode that on big tire stuff with my dad's car before. Everybody's like, oh, the track's gooey and it's going to shake. Put some air to it. Every time I put air to it, it's been a disaster.
Yes, me too.
It's wadded up so bad you can't drive it. And then, I don't know if maybe it's just the way it is, but no, like I said, we didn't run any liners or tubes. I'm not saying we probably shouldn't, but
So
I don't know how, not yet.
the only slicks I run with no tubes is the Hoosier, but the CO7 because the sidewall is so stiff and that thing
Yeah.
holds air really good. Last time I run Mickey Thompson's with no tubes, I mean, like every round I was putting a half a pound or three-quarters of a pound of air in the tires. Are they still leaking like that, or I mean, are they pretty consistent with the air pressures?
No, they don't move. I mean, they might
Okay.
drop a tick, like a couple tenths of a pound or something if
All right.
it sits for a while. But I mean, no, they don't move.
Honestly, it's probably been 15 years since I run them with no tubes. So maybe the tire technology has gotten better. And, because that's why everybody used to be like, oh, it leaks through the sidewalls. And I was like, well, maybe it's leaking somewhere. I don't see where it's
Yeah,
leaking.
they put like dish soap on the backside of them or something.
Yes, I do
Or
remember people talking about doing that. And that's when I started running a tube after. And I was like, it's just been there the whole time. Well, what do you think about the liners? Are y'all going to try them at some point, or do you think it's not worth the hassle?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I mean, honestly, I think it'd be cool, but like, I don't want to have to cut my tires off to get them off. So I've heard.
Right.
'Cause,
That's what
I mean,
That's what it looks like. What, three companies are making them now? Raystar, McFab, and I just saw RC Comp just started doing them.
see, those tires are 11 runs and it's 60 foot the same the last 5 passes.
Oh heck yeah!
So I mean, I don't. Everybody's got a different deal.
Right.
Really, the tread's the biggest thing. Like honestly, the test session we went to at Rockingham when you were there, after the second half track pass, they were already starting to strike.
Is Mickey Thompson saying it's fine? It's just the way they're doing the tires now.
Yeah, they got bought out. That's what everybody said, and they're doing like instead of doing thicker strands of rubber, they put them together doing like thinner pieces, and they said it's just cosmetic, but like it
Right.
doesn't. It's hard to like look at it and think, oh, it's fine. Like I'm like, I don't like that. It's just.
All right. You haven't seen like a performance decrease from it yet. That's what I've got I got some older ones, and they weren't doing it. And I got a brand new set. We made those two passes when we saw y'all, and I started noticing a little bit. But I mean, cars still run okay. I mean, I wasn't really getting after it real hard to the 60 though. So
No, I saw that video. Yeah, you need to get on a little bit at the 60. You were back halfing good.
yeah, the backside was looking pretty decent. I mean, it's got some potential.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's what I don't know if you can see it. I've got the engine out of it now. We're on a season and a half, probably 150, 200 passes on my rods. And so we decided that probably it'd be a good idea not to try to blow it up and hang the rod out in the pan. So this is actually the first time I've ever pulled an engine out that is not blown up. First time ever.
That's
Usually,
the start.
It's the start. That's right. That's maintenance, right?
That's maintenance. Yeah.
So the rods will be here in 2 weeks. I'm just going to be down for a couple weeks. So I mean, because I was thinking about going to the IHRA race, but you're going to have to push your stuff out there. I mean, I was planning on zinging the boost up there to 50, 55 pounds of boost, and that's just not good on the connecting rods that's 2 seasons old almost.
Yeah. I don't know. We thought about going, but
The only way we would go is if we get that new ProCharger, the 140.
Okay.
And try to test. And that's
yes.
realistically, they told us 2 weeks, and it's 2 weeks for that race. So timelines are not looking too hot.
And I can't afford $500 a day to test. I just can't.
And they're paying back deep in the rounds, which is good. I like the payout
They
structure.
are.
Yeah.
It's a great deal. It's just it reminds me of like when NPK started. Obviously, it didn't pay as good, right? But like the way they're trying to do it, I mean, it's gonna be awesome.
All right.
You know how it goes. It's gonna bring a lot of money into the class also, though.
Hopefully, you guys have a very successful season. I know between both of y'all's cars, I mean, y'all pretty much got a race every weekend where you can go, right?
We'll take a couple weekends off. Last year, we got really burned out towards the end. It was just too much, and it just wasn't. To the end, like some of it didn't get as fun. Which this is something we do for fun. So if it's not fun, something needs to change. It's not a job, and I don't need to make myself even more broke than I am to do it either. So,
well, hopefully between both of your cars, we'll see you out at the track. I'm sure we'll be at some of the ones. What's the biggest race you're looking forward to this year with each car?
Shady side.
The Shady Side.
King of the
Shady
South.
Side, the King of the South.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, are y'all taking both cars for that one?
Yeah, I'll run 26s.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot he had put the other class together.
Yeah, I'm excited to try that tire. That's like, I want to go to I want to start running some of that no billet stuff, but they moved that one to US 60 1st of May.
Right.
And I'd like to go, but at the same time, also I need to stay local and test on a 26.
Right.
Because I want to put some effort in that because I think I can do something with that.
I think that'll be a good class to where your car is going to be super competitive there. Like you were talking about earlier, that no billet class that Duck come up with, that's got a good opportunity to have some good legs to get a lot of cars. There's more cars that have no billet stuff than there are that have billet stuff. So it's just a matter if they come out and race.
You got a lot of guys that run or used to run or still run that PDRA Super Street class too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A lot of them, fit that no billet pretty good. And then there's a lot of older radial cars that really can't compete with radial stuff. And they used to run slicks, 15 years ago. And heck, a lot of them are still in the same ball game, to do something.
It might have a good opportunity to really grow if they can get a bunch of good races under them.
Yeah, I think so. You got to travel some, but I mean, I'll be honest, it's kind of fun to travel sometimes.
It is.
Just do something different.
Change of scenery, get to see different people, different racers that you don't always race with. I mean, the traveling is definitely fun. It's exciting. Well, I appreciate y'all jumping on. So once again, Ryan and Shelby, R&S Racing. Go check them out on YouTube. Follow them. They're on Facebook as well. Appreciate y'all sitting down and talking with us tonight. You guys are always amazing to race with. Always fun to be at the track and see y'all hustling and going fast. It's fun.
Same to you. We appreciate it. It's a lot. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Go jump off here. Appreciate it. Y'all go check them out. All right, guys, that should work. That should hopefully. We'll see. I don't know. I'll just. That's how I usually get my thumbnails. So I mean, y'all could do something goofy. Y'all could put Shelby put them in a headlock. Oh, that might be actually better. I mean,
let's not.
Shelby,
Let's do that.
No, let's not. No. I don't think so. I'll knock you off your scooter.
Don't break the
I don't
scooter.
have to stand on it either.
I'll knock that Burmax over.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it again. We'll see y'all out and about.
All right,
cool.
buddy. See you.
Later, guys. See you.